Good morning. This is day 2 in Pittsburgh. Today's Friday, so athlete check-ins are today. We're going to get weighed in this afternoon. We're going to start filling up today as well. I'm pretty flat. I'm probably as flat as I'm going to be this whole trip right now. But we're under the weight cap by about 4 or 5 pounds at this point, and things are really sharp. Digestion has gotten a lot better. And so my midsection's much flatter than it has been these past several weeks. And I think a lot of that is just due to resting, relaxing, and then ultimately just the fast that I've been doing as well. It's just been a great opportunity to just clear everything out and give the liver a break so that everything can detoxify at a more efficient rate. So I'm feeling really good. I'm hungry though. I'm excited to eat today. I'm excited to start filling up and really to check out the venue and just to see all the athletes. Like, this is arguably going to be the most competitive pro show of the year outside of the Arnold Classic and the Olympia. Half the people from the New York Pro are going to be here competing at the Pittsburgh Pro. We have, I think, the top 8 that placed at New York Pro. They're going to be doing this show as well. So we got about 30 of some of the best athletes in the world coming together for the Pittsburgh Pro. And so I'm just super excited to see how I fare against some of the best athletes in the world. What a privilege and an honor. So I'm excited. I'm excited at this point to just get things going. I feel like I'm in a really great headspace overall this morning here. No eating yet. So I'm just going to be getting some movement in. I just finished up about a 45-minute Bible study with some gym brothers in Christ who are back in Wisconsin that they wanted us to go through a Bible study and then just be able to pray over me before the show this weekend. And so it was a really awesome time. We were studying the book of James. We were in chapter 1. I took a lot of the time. Like I felt really led to pour into those guys because I know they're young in their faith, as am I, but I just felt compelled to really share a lot. So I probably overshared, but it was an awesome discussion nonetheless. And we can get into all that stuff. I could talk about Bible stuff all day. I was in Leviticus this morning, and then we were reading through James, and it's just that kind of stuff that grounds me. It gives me a lot of peace, and especially when I'm not eating and I'm really hungry, I just like to get fed by the word instead. So if you're not a Christ follower, you probably think I'm weird, some kind of nerd, but it's all right. It's all good. But I'm going to get into my day. I'm going to head up to the fitness center to get some steps in, and then I'm going to come back, and then I have a few more check-in assessments to get to so that all of my work, my business stuff is done for this weekend, and then I can just fully focus on show preparation from there. Then we got athlete check-ins this afternoon. So now we got athlete check-ins in about 45 minutes, and my Instacart order came. So I just broke my fast. I just had my first meal, and now I have everything else that I need to make sure that I stay on track. So we got some mixed berries, so blackberries, blueberries, a little bit of strawberries, and I think some raspberries as well. That'll be my fiber source, low potassium. And then I have my organic raw honey, coconut oil. I have my almond butter. I have my bowls, which honestly, I thought these bowls were going to be bigger than this, so that's kind of sad, but that's okay. We will make it work. I have rice packets. I got about 4 rice packets, but then my mom's actually bringing some extras. She's coming in tonight, so she's bringing the rest of my food supplies that I'll need, so I just tried to get what I need in the meantime. We have some cinnamon Chex cereal, which I have some chocolate Chex cereal right here. So I just try and have enough dry rice so that I'm not constantly having to rely on cooked rice, because naturally there's water in there. And so if I want my stomach to be as flat as possible, I still want rice. I still want some sugar as well, but I want it gluten-free. I want it digesting easy and low in food volume. And then I also got some fruit snacks. These are organic fruit snacks without any of the weird dyes and colors. So you can see here it's organic rice syrup, cane sugar, tapioca syrup, and then all organic coloring. So they don't do any of that red 40 and that yellow 10 and blue 50, whatever. I don't know all the different colors, but you know, all the different color dyes that mess with your brain and cause GI issues. We don't want any of that. So some simple sugars that are enjoyable to eat and they don't mess with my gut. So that's my order from Instacart. Instacart, by the way, whenever you're traveling and you need some food, you're at a hotel, this is the most clutch tool that you have in your arsenal. You can go put your grocery order together. They deliver it straight to the hotel. You just go down to the lobby typically to pick it up. And some even bring it up to your room. So if you're trying to stay on track with your nutrition while you're traveling, Instacart becomes your best friend. So now I am on my way to athlete check-ins and weigh-ins. And this is my first time taking a look at the city. Honestly, it's a beautiful city. And the weather is fantastic. It's 70 degrees. When I got in from my flight, it was 45. And I did not pack for 45-degree weather. So honestly, I'm just glad that we got great weather. I get to go on a nice little walk post-meal. So good to eat. I can already feel like my brain's coming back online fully. And I'm just excited. I'm excited, man. And I haven't seen one hobo yet in downtown Pittsburgh, which that's a good sign. It's not like that in Houston. So +1 for Pittsburgh. This is it. This is a convention center. Overlooking the water. Beautiful spot to have a bodybuilding show. So here we are. I just gotta find the room. This looks like the place to me. So this looks like where the expo is gonna be held. Everybody's getting set up for tomorrow. Apparently I was on the wrong side. So I gotta go across to the other side of the convention center to get to the weigh-ins. But now I found where the expo's being held. So I guess I know where to go tomorrow when I'm spectating, and then show days on Sunday. All right, so we just got weigh-ins done and weighed 217.4. So we made weight. That's pretty easy. Now we just wait about 45 minutes until the athlete meeting starts, but those weigh-ins, there's some beasts here. I'm super excited. This is gonna be a good show. One day out from the Pittsburgh Pro. We got our first meal in for the day. Getting some steps in now, I'm about 25 minutes in. I'll be walking for another 10 minutes. These are the last finishing touches. So trying to get a good sweat in the morning here before I have to get my first coat of tan on. Tanning is at 3:30. Second coat is at 6:30. And then last coat is tomorrow morning at 9:30. The show is gonna start in the afternoon tomorrow for prejudging. It's a very unique dynamic here where not only is the show on Sunday, but the show also is not going to be starting until after the amateurs go on. So we're going to have a good amount of time. So today, the whole focus is pulling down water. So my water is going to be coming out almost entirely after I get my first coat of tan on. So I'm getting my fluids in right now as I am sweating out what I have. Salt will stay roughly about the same all the way through because we don't want to be too dehydrated. We want to keep electrolytes consistent. And then I'm going to keep pushing food for the rest of today so that I do not wake up flat tomorrow. Because the idea is to be as full as I need to be maybe a little bit flat. I woke up flat today, so I expect to be a little bit fuller tomorrow, but then I don't have to fill so aggressively the day of the show because I want my stomach as flat as possible. I want that midsection control, so I don't want to have to do any unnecessary filling the day of the show. So that's the strategy right now, one day out. Just thought I'd keep you in the loop. So fluids coming down, salt staying about the same, food is still high, and we're getting a good amount of movement in before we get our first coat of tan on. Because once the tan comes on, you can't be sweating. You can't be doing all this stuff. And so trying to get a lot of that excess fluid out now, and then use actual water restriction after the tan to continue to control for excess water. And carbs will stay high, fats will stay moderate all throughout today. At this point, protein is not essential, and so protein portions are lower than they have been. I'm eating about 100 grams less of protein per day. And that's just because all the work's done. And protein's very difficult to digest relative to fats and carbs. So what's gonna fill up the body, what's gonna bring the body to life, is carbs, fats, and then water as needed with some salt. So that's what's going on right now. That's the update. So I'm gonna go back to the room after this, have my second meal, do some posing, see how I'm looking, and then come back in here, do a little bit of a pump-up session. This is gonna help shuttle carbs where they need to be. Then I'm gonna come back, take my last shower before I get my tan on and go to the expo center. And so that's where we're at. I'll see you for posing. Just got to the expo, got my first coat of tan on, so it's about like 4 o'clock, so we got about two and a half hours to burn before we get the second coat of tan on, so we're just checking out the venue. It's gonna be held here in this same room. We got, well, I'll show you in a second. They got the first call out for men's physique going on right now. Gentlemen, face front. This is the views from the balcony of the expo. Beautiful Pittsburgh. And now here we are, we're back, and I got my second coat of tan on. You can probably see it, they got my face this time. Tan looks good. Pro Tan always does a good job with tanning. It settles really well on my skin. I don't feel so nasty. For you bodybuilding competitors, if you've used Pro Tan, you know the difference. This is the best way to tan, in my opinion. And so this is it. Tomorrow's the big day. So I'm gonna finish my last meal, wind things down, get to bed at a reasonable time, try and get as much sleep as I can, shooting for at least 7 hours. I take Benadryl the night before a show, and then I make sure to take my usual sleep supplements as well. My melatonin, my GABA, to make sure that I get the best sleep possible, because that's what's gonna drop inflammation. That's what's gonna make my physique look as sharp as possible. And so we wanna make sure we are getting our beauty sleep. So that's gonna do it for this video. We have one more for the Pittsburgh Pro. Wish me luck. I'll see you on the other side.